Thank you for joining us here at KEXP, listener-powered radio at 90.3 FM in Seattle, at 92.7 FM in the Bay Area, streaming worldwide at kexp.org, also on the KEXP mobile app. I'm Cheryl Waters, and I am vibrating with excitement to welcome back one of our favorite bands of all time, Black Pumas. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us, Cheryl.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to have you here. And the new album, Chronicles of a Diamond, I've been listening to it over and over and over for nigh on, 6-7 months now. And I am just so excited to have you here. Thanks for coming back.
Rock and roll.
Want to hear some songs?
Yes.
I do. It's Black Pumas. Take it away.
Cheryl. Come around the block, Mrs. Postman. like this more forever. Somebody help me sing. Whoa, life is more, way more. I got to fly sometime, but let's fly. Why? For the sounds, I almost see the lightning touch the ground. I mean, I hear my inner child sing sometimes. It's Eric. We got to fly together. Even for me, as a reflection to you, life gets so hard sometimes, even I start to lose my mind. But I grab my sister's hand, I fly together. Like Pumas show 'em how one time. The Pumas, I got to fly together. Fly together. Fly together. Fly together. Fly together, baby. I'm well high together. Let's fly together. Let's fly together. Let's fly together. Let's fly together. 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 Let's fly together. Fly together. Fly together. Fly together. Pumas! Huh! Help me sing that thing together. Fly together. Let's fly together. Let's fly together. Fly together. Touch that sky together. Let's fly together. I got to fly. I got to try. One more time. Bring that plane in.
Woo! That's Black Pumas live on KEXP. Found my dream, she's a lover, yeah. In my whole heart
the scene of the evening is the moon comes to play. And take your time, little angel. Stifling scenes to the painter. Make him see what I say. Oh Lord, and good Lord, is she really real? Is she really real? Really found my dream. She's a lover, yeah. In my heart isn't made of steel. My heart isn't made of steel. Got the flame to the rubber, the rubber.
That is gorgeous. That song, Angel, on the new Black Pumas album, Chronicles of a Diamond, that came out in October on ATO Records. And it is just so wonderful to see all of you and hear you. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Cheryl.
That was magnificent. And speaking of which, Chronicles of a Diamond is just such a magnificent record. It really packs a powerful punch. And I don't have to tell you that the response to your self-titled debut, Black Pumas, back in 2019 was like a fever pitch that came fast and furious for the band. And you made an album that resonated with the whole world, and the anticipation was quite large for a follow-up. And I imagine maybe there were more than a few nerves. But Eric, you've said that Chronicles of a Diamond feels more like a second debut. Can you talk about that a little bit? In what way?
Chronicles of a Diamond feels like a second debut for the dynamic evolution that has been our journey as Black Pumas. I think we started out as a studio project where I had a brilliant partner in Adrian Quesada to send me these cinematic, very vivid and visual soundscapes for a canvas for me to kind of finish writing a song for lyrics and melodies over. And this time around, it just felt a little bit more of like we knew each other a little bit more, and where we were just kind of sharing the production role and just sharing music with each other. I think we both really love music, obviously, and so being comfortable in the sandbox that has been this band for like the last few years has just kind of afforded both of us some space to make music from all facets of being a recording artist. So yeah, it feels really cool.
I hope Adrian will pick up a mic because I have a question for you. But while he does, Eric, I imagine that allowed you to feel a little bit truer to who you were and be more of yourself with this new process as true collaborators. And it sounds like you worked really hard and pushed yourself. Can you talk a little bit about how that felt?
Most definitely. I mean, I probably put the most pressure on myself than anyone else can. And I think ultimately what has remained is our our desire to make things that we actually enjoy, make things that we feel are reflective of who we are. And I think that Adrian and I both kind of walk with this, comfortable level of confidence about ourselves and who we are. So it was really important to kind of conclude some thoughts that encapsulated that. So, So I mean, it was a little nerve-wracking, but it was because. Like I care a lot. So, but like people have kind of received and embraced and allowed what we have to kind of present, and that feels really cool, being a reflection of the next person.
Well, I know that neither of you wanted to do the exact same thing on the next record. And Adrian, you had, as Eric said, you were looking for a collaborator who would come in and join you and collaborate on a framework that you had already begun on the first record, but you started from scratch on this one. And I know on the self-titled album, you had sort of an idea that you wanted to do something with sort of no frills and make it sound live. And this record definitely captures the wild live sound of Black Pumas, but you were more open to putting some loops and other fun things in there. Can you talk about how things happened this time with Eric bringing things to you from the start and what you added and how it, sort of sparked your creativity?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, the first album, I really wanted it to sound like you were in the room, and it was this kind of feel where it's just live and it's the palette is consistent. And this time around, at its core, actually almost everything was recorded live, but we weren't precious with on the first record, it was very much like, well, that's not, how are we going to recreate that, and that's not live and whatever, and no edits and no. This time around, it was like whatever yields the best result, and really using the studio as a tool. Really being as creative as we can with recording techniques and production. A lot of that was taking stuff that was all played live. So it's there, it's underneath all of it, but making loops out of us and not being afraid to change drum sounds and program drums on top of other stuff. And my main thing as a guitarist on this second record was. Whatever my first instinct was to play, I would always question that and think, is that what I would have done on the first album, and can I do something different? And I think we both really approached it, from that point. And it was like Eric said, there's the whole sophomore record stress, and we on top of trying to follow up the success of the first one, it's like Eric said. I remember one time we were on a flight and he was listening to something he was working on. He took off his headphones and goes, "Man, we got to make some more music so I have something to listen to." And I'm like, we just want to make something we would listen to as well. And that's what worked on the first one. So hopefully, that's the best thing we could do is make something that we would like. And then whatever happens after that,
I love it. Control. Eric, in reading some of the interviews with you, you talk about just thinking about things and hearing sounds in your head and getting inspired. And I think of your musical journey starting as busking, and it must feel so giddy to be able to have all these friends and access to people in this room and outside this room, where when you hear something, you have the ability to just go to a studio and start playing around with that and putting that down and making demos. When you're a brand new musician, you're just playing in your bedroom. You can maybe push a 4-track recorder, but what does it feel like to be at this point in your career and just be able to play with all these big tools and all these talented people?
Man, nothing short of an honor. It feels like such an expansive situation, especially with these individuals that stand before you guys today, because they're just so talented. I feel like everyone's kind of a star in their own right. Everyone's freaking hilarious. It's like it just goes across the board. There's so many boxes that we tick as a group that just kind of makes coming up or delegating roles really easy because of the chemistry. So with that said, I feel like even when it was just me on the guitar, I've always been really creative as to how I come up with things, almost from an unorthodox way. Just playing on a piano or an acoustic guitar, doing like a beat and playing a lead, but also rhythm. So to be honest, the biggest difference is that it feels easier. Actually, it feels like way easier, and I've learned in conclusion that maybe I knew a little bit more than I thought I did. So I feel like really comfortable, and these guys and ladies here today, I don't know, they just make me feel like make me feel supported, and I think that that's really important as it pertains to manifesting something that may or may not feel like it's there already.
Well, talking about the guitars as you just did, the guitar sounds on this record are intoxicating. I know on Ice Cream, I think it was, you plugged right into the board, which I was just listening to something in the way from Nirvana this morning, which I think he also plugged right into the console for that. But these beautiful resonant hollow body guitar sounds. Can you talk about all the different guitars? I mean, I don't think we have time for you to talk about all of them, but just the idea behind playing all these different guitar sounds.
For sure. I mean, so like you said, you mentioned before, is, having the accessibility that I have in the people around me to create. I've found myself creating more and more freely. So that one came about really, really early in the morning at like 2 in the morning with a friend, and we're sitting on a porch, and I'm cajoling him to, get in there and turn the tape machine on, and it was that moment in creating Ice Cream was really about exercising our ability to make use of the studio. So I said to myself and my friend, like, hey, let's see if we can do something in like an hour, and then that's it, kind of thing. And so I just went from one instrument to the next, pretty much played all the instruments that I could play, and that one, the song is, this recording of the song is a rendition of an older song. So it's been really cool to kind of reimagine some of these songs that I've had for a while, but also I thought of Al Green. I love that warmth that you get going straight into the board via hollow body. You get that. It's just a very specific warmth that you get in doing something like that. And then I think that what makes that song for me is the no holds bar disposition that I was taking to giving every instrument that I saw that I might have been attracted to in that moment a chance. So yeah, we finished that in like an hour and a half, and I eventually cut some things at a friend's, and then eventually went to Adrian's place to kind of like for that I don't know, the zhuzh, it's to find. Oh man, it's been so. I feel for Adrian too, because a lot of this was cut in different places, and to find a through line sonically to kind of tie things together, I give so much credit to Adrian.
Adrian, you did a lot of beautiful zhuzhing on this album.
Yeah, man.
I have to say, the two of you have incredible chemistry and are so freaking talented. And I know you produced the record together. And what did that look like? How do you communicate ideas to one another?
I mean, this one was all over the place. Like, that's one thing with this record versus the first one. When we did the first one, we had nothing but time. We were just, we weren't a band yet, so we were just recording. And this one was, whether we were recording on a day off on tour or Eric was recording at home and I was laying something down at home, it was just kind of all over the place that we had pretty much never stopped recording. I mean, that's kind of the nature of both of us. But right after the first album, we were recording basically some of the stuff that would be on the second one. But I think the hardest thing was really, like Eric said, I feel like there was a point where all of a sudden we hit, I guess it might have been like late 2000, what are we in? It's late 2022. There was a point where all of a sudden it was like, all right, now we've got momentum, it's official, we're on a little track and we're going, and there's ideas and there's a number of songs. But it was just done all over the place with so many different approaches to recording and performing, that the hardest part was to make it all feel like a record, and that was a super fun challenge. I mean, it's the kind of stuff I get into. And also a hats off to Sean Everett, who mixed our record. It was actually the first time we mixed the first record, but Sean mixed the second one. And it was having to let go for Eric and I, because we attended some of the mix sessions with him, was definitely new for us, because Sean wasn't precious about anything. It was like when you're working on something so long, you're like, oh, there's that one keyboard part that you can't hear, but it's like it has to be like right there, but nobody can hear it. But and Sean would just grab that part and just turn it up and be like, that part's rad. And we're, so he brought like another set of ears in the final process to it, where he wasn't scared or precious of any of it to push or take away things. And that, I feel like that was a new part of the process for us that really helped this record.
Well, I hope that this is a band that has a long, long career, because we want to keep hearing music from Black Pumas. And I know that after the meteoric success of the band and just unending touring, that you took a nice long break and just sort of rested, rejuvenated, reconnected with family and friends and with yourself. And I'm so glad that you were able to do that. I know that, Eric, meditation plays a big role in your life, and I'm wondering how that has connected you to yourself and been a journey to self-discovery and opened up your creativity.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, man, I can't speak too many positive things about Vipassana, which is the technique that I discovered through a girlfriend. And I think that it came to me in like such a very, great moment, because we're at the pinnacle of the success. We're taking our break, we're finishing the album, we're rejuvenating and recuperating. And I think at a certain point, upon like touring and living with each other and like going through that cycle over and over again, on tour, back home, but not long enough to like be used to throwing out the trash again, it starts to build, and I feel like there was kind of like a grand clearing that I definitely needed because of I think just my drive to make something that feels or felt conclusive and of quality. This stuff really means a lot to me, and so I think that it's a huge, deal for me to remind myself to kind of retain a mindset of abundance, from the disposition of love and peace. So, it has influenced the quality of just my life generally, the record, my life, my relationships with these guys. I think it's really important. So, but now, in conclusion, what's really cool is that we're all meditating before every show now. It's kind of a part of our kind of pre-show ritual, pre-game thing. So I'm so thankful for that, because I feel like it's really, I feel like we play better shows. Like everyone's so much better after meditating. So I'm so thankful that these guys want to do that,
Adrian shaking his head, yes.
No, yeah, it's absolutely been amazing. Yeah, we have. I really do feel like we go on stage so much more connected now. Sometimes whatever time we can find, we're always it's a little hectic backstage. Sometimes it's literally 3 minutes. Sometimes it's 15 minutes, and it really, like Eric said, it really has made us a better band.
Well, I'm glad you're discovering that early in your career. Like I said, we hope for many more albums and many more live shows from Black Pumas. So take good care of yourselves. And what do you hope that people will feel when they hear this record?
I hope that people feel the same way that we feel when we have a conversation with you, Cheryl. It's always really enchanting. You kind of remind me of LeVar Burton. I told myself I wasn't going to say that, but like it's so cool. So we want people to not to put you out there too much, but we want people to feel like they're on somewhat of a trip where it kind of feels, what is it, the familiar but new, and like it's something that they can relate to, but yet be transported. I think that's really important for us. We love to dream. We love cinema, and we hope people kind of like sonically can be taken somewhere, I think.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you all so much for coming today. It is such a pleasure to see and hear you. The new album from Black Pumas, Chronicles of a Diamond, and it's just so enchanting to celebrate and share music like this with our listeners here at KEXP. Thank you to everyone who supports KEXP. We are a listener-powered resource. You can learn more about us at KEXP.org, where you can make a gift in support of discovery of great music anytime. Again, KEXP.org. And subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notification every time we launch a new video like this wonderful one that's coming soon from Black Pumas. Once again, thank you again to the band. It's Black Pumas live on KEXP.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.